Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is Keon Bowman, and basically on this channel I'm going to be talking about anything that deals with finances, making money, investing your money, credit, different businesses. So anything that deals with money I'm going to be talking about on this channel. So I appreciate you for stopping by, watching this video. But basically in this video I'm going to be discussing my Turo earnings for the month of March. The month just ended, so this is my first full 30 days on Turo. So I'm going to be showing you exactly how much I made. And a lot of people, they talk about Turo, they talk about how much money you can make, but they don't actually go into their profile and show how much money they made. So I'm going to be doing that here, and I'm just going to be walking you through my profile and how much I've earned, how much exactly each car earned. I just want to be transparent with you guys, and I want you to know if Turo would be a good idea for you. So with that being said, let's get to it. So as you see here, in the month of March, I grossed over $4,992, and I also had an additional $26 in reimbursements. So I have 5 vehicles, so that comes out to about $1,000 per car, which is, I would say, is pretty good for my first 30 days. I'm not even an all-star host, and all of my cars were consistently booked. I do have mainly economy cars. I don't have anything that's high end. But yeah, I'm very happy with this number. And keep in mind that 2 of the cars that I listed, I didn't list them until March the 8th. So had they been listed the entire month of March, I would have had even more earnings. So yeah, man. So now we're gonna get into each vehicle. So I'm gonna show you. All right, so we'll start off with my Honda Odyssey, and this was my highest earning vehicle, but it made $1,447. It was pretty much booked for like 23, 24 days in March, so it was pretty much always gone. It did pretty well. A lot of the trips, it only went out on like 4 trips, but they were all like, 7, 8, 9, 10 days at a time. So I didn't really see it that often. So I'm thinking about getting me another minivan because this one did very well. So now we're gonna go to my next vehicle. So we're gonna look at my Hyundai Elantra. So in March it did $688, and do keep in mind this vehicle, I didn't list it until March the 8th. So I potentially could have had more money had I had it listed the entire month. So this car was pretty much gone every day. It did very well. It didn't make as much as the Honda Odyssey. However, do keep in mind that this car was significantly cheaper. I don't have a payment on this car. I only paid $6,000 for it. So while it did earn less, it was pretty much always gone. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we're gonna go to my Hyundai Kona. It's a 2021. So this car did $1,282 in March. This car was pretty much booked for almost the entire month. I rarely saw it. This car did very well. So we're gonna go to my Toyota Urus. So my Urus, this was the lowest earning car in my fleet, but it did $526. Also keep in mind that this car, I didn't have it listed until March the 8th, so I missed out on money. And then also I paid for this car cash, so I don't have a payment on this car. So outside of insurance and the monthly car wash membership and the subscription I paid to my vehicle tracker, this was pretty much, most of that was profit. So but yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I forgot, I have a Chevy Trailblazer, so we're gonna show you that. All right, so this car did $1,049. It was booked for almost the entire month by the same person. One person had it for over 20 days and they still have it, and they keep on extending every week. So I haven't really seen this car. But yeah, this is pretty much my fleet. And yeah, so I made over 5,000. It did pretty well. That's pretty much it, man. It did pretty good for my very first month. You know, all my cars were essentially started booking right away as soon as I listed them. Like within the same, like one car, the same day I listed it, I got a booking. It was my Toyota Urus. But either they booked the same day that I listed them or the very next day. And then as you can see in April, I'm gonna make over 2,000 once these current trips come back. So, you know, it's only the 8th, and I've already made $1,146. So we'll see how April does. I'll make another video in April once the month is over with to show you how well my cars did. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. This was pretty successful for me. A lot of people still think that you can't do well on Turo, especially since it's so oversaturated now, but Turo is still very profitable if you do it the right way. I'm in the San Antonio market, which is a pretty big market. There's like hundreds of cars listed, but yet my cars were still consistently booked. So as long as you set your profile up the right way and you buy the right cars, your cars will be consistently booked. Especially here in San Antonio, the economy cars do very well. But economy cars will do well in just about any market. But all my cars were consistently booked. And I'm just going to show you my profile really quick so you can see how I have my profile set up. So yeah, this is me. Here's my account, right? So I'm in San Antonio, right? I do have 161 trips, but that is because I did Turo 4 years ago. And I only did it for about a year. And then I ended up having to put the business on hold because I ran into financial issues. So for the past 3 years, I haven't done anything Turo related. However, I have just started it back up and I bought some more cars. So that's why I have 161 trips, even though I just started in March, right? But that was because I took like an extended break, and most of my trips were from that first year, right? But as you can see, here's my profile, right? So only 3 of the cars you only see 3. And the reason why is because my other cars are snooze. So one of my cars is on a trip, so I snooze it because that guest keeps extending. So that's kind of a hack. You know, if you have a guest and they want to keep extending, a lot of times people will book the car for a day and then they'll just extend every single day because they may not necessarily have the money to book the car for like the full 20 days or the full 30 days. So they'll book it for a day and then just extend every day. So in those scenarios, I'll just keep the car snooze so that way they can keep on extending, but nobody else books it, and prevents them from, you know, not being able to extend. Because if the car is out on a trip, I would like to keep it on a trip. You know, that's less work for me. I don't have to get the car, get it washed, get it vacuumed, or none of that. But as you can see here, you can only see 3 because 2 of my cars are on extended trips, so I got them snoozed. But yeah, as you can see, another thing that you can do to make your profile stand out is I have professional pictures taken of all my cars. So I hired a photographer to get professional pictures done, and they came out really nice. And this will make your profile stand out. This will make your cars stand out. It will get your cars booked more often. You got to think of this like a dating profile. So, you know, people are only going to look at your car for a few seconds, and then they're going to go to the next one. Just like how someone would, you know, on Tinder or on Bumble. So you got to treat it the same way, especially if you want to make, you want to make money in this industry, you have to take it serious. You have to treat it as such. If you see my car and you got professional pictures done versus another car, and they take the pictures on their iPhone, it's dark, the angles are bad, they're going to pick my car over theirs because they're just going to assume that the service is going to be better because it looks nicer. So that's another hack. Make sure you get professional pictures taken of all your cars. It's well worth it. You'll make that money back within the first month. All right, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go over my settings really quick. But so here's my settings, and these are basically the same for every car. But as you can see, I set mines on dynamic pricing, so I let Turo decide the price. I would say they're pretty accurate. They made a lot of changes to the dynamic pricing, so it's much more accurate than what it used to be. For the discounts, I don't offer any discounts on this car, and the reason why is because it gets consistently booked. It is a minivan, and minivans do very well in the San Antonio market. We get a lot of military families, so a lot of people will book the car for that. So I don't offer any 1 week, 2 week, 3 week discounts. I do offer a discount if they book it for an entire month, and that's 45% because that's the lowest you can set it at. You can't make the 1 month any lower in order to get the mileage benefit, right? I do offer delivery on here. It is an additional $75 to deliver it to the airport. But rarely people don't really book deliveries that often in this car. And my pickup location is literally like 2 minutes away from the airport. So most people, they'll just get an Uber to the pickup location. But here's my trip preferences. So as you see right here, I have advance notice set to 1 hour. And I would highly recommend you set that to 1 hour. And the reason why is because I get a lot of last minute, bookings. And it's you can charge for that. I charge 10% more if you book it within the same day. And I get a lot of these last minute bookings. So I would say probably 60% of all my bookings are like booked within like 2 hours or less. And you're probably wondering, like, how am I going to get the car ready? I work a job. Well, what you do is you get the car ready the day before. So what I'll do is I'll get my cars clean, prepped, and ready to go that afternoon. So that way when I sleep and then I wake up, go to work in the morning, and someone books my car while I'm at work, all I got to do is just remotely unlock it, and the key will already be in the glove box. So I do that for all my cars. I have them ready the day before they, go on a trip. And then for delivery locations, I set that to 1 day. And the reason why is because I needed at least a day's notice if I have to deliver it to the airport. Right? So, but I rarely get delivery. People rarely book delivery with me because I'm so close to the airport and I don't necessarily need to deliver. I mean, my cars are still consistently booked. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a very quick video. I just wanted to kind of show you, my profile and kind of show you exactly how I operate my Turo business. And basically I want you to, just be transparent with y'all, and so that the way y'all can see, if this is a good business for you. I'm going to be making additional content on Turo and how it's going. And just let me know down in the comments what else you want me to see or what else you want me to talk about. I'm going to be talking about credit. I'm going to be talking about, real estate, Airbnb. I'm going to be talking about business credit cards, how to set up your business, how to get business funding. I'm going to be talking about all of that. So just let me know down in the comments what you want to see from me. But with that being said, I will be out and I will see y'all later.